Always scary to give a speech in front of the presence of your boss and even his boss. So it's very scary here. Good evening, distinguished guests. Bapak Sony Loho, Inspector General from Ministry of Finance, His Excellency Mark Canning, British Ambassador in Indonesia, Mr. Ahmadi Kunyadi, Ibu Eli Zarni Husin, EIE National Council. EIE is one of our partners where we grow the profession of ACCA together. Danny is a close friend. And Ahmadi Broto, pardon me, IFAC Board Member, International Federation of Accountants, Professor Barry Cooper, President Council of ACCA. I have with me Bapak Husni Heron, Director of Saratoga Investama Sedayu TBK now, as of yesterday. Congratulations to Saratoga. Can we have a round of applause for... He's also a board member of Raffles Academy. Mr. Gary Tan, he's the CEO of Raffles Academy, so you know why I shiver. And head of schools of Raffles International Group of Schools. And Mr. Mario Hot Sitorus, General Manager of PT Budi Lestari and Director of Yayasan Pendidikan Kristen Ora et Labora. I bring greetings to you and gratitude from Raffles Academy. I stand here in witness of what Professor Barry Cooper mentioned, that ACCA stands for opportunity. If you see me standing here, back in 1999, when I first did my ACCA, before I enrolled into ACCA and did the ACCA program, my mom told me that, look son, you are Indian, better don't need to do anything, go to Pasar Baru, sell textile. So I said, no mom, I like studying, I love studying. Can you please help me? He said, no, I don't have money. I said, please do something, I really want to study. And I worked hard all the way during the school times, and all I wanted to do is really do something in life. And it is the grace of God that somebody introduced me to ACCA. At that time, ACCA was not available in Indonesia. So I had to, my only option was, the cheapest one was to do it in Malaysia for only 30 million rupiah. And somebody told me it's a poor man's qualification. I said, why? He said, because it's easy to enter, very difficult to come out. I said, okay, I'll take it. So I worked hard. It was again the grace of God that my school that I studied in gave me the scholarship to pay for the 30 million back in 1999. I went to Malaysia, became a waiter in Sunway Hotel to pay for my rental and housing accommodation, and I studied 9 hours a day. My students are here, so I must say that. I studied 9 hours a day. I said 9 hours a day to study and pass my ACCA. Thank you. And pass my ACCA within the shortest duration of 2 years, not to brag, but to say work hard. So during that time, right after that, the general manager there, back in Malaysia in Sunway College, he said that, I don't know why he saw a teacher in me, and he said, would you like to teach the foundation students? I said, oh yeah, I would love to do that. So he sent me to a class of 40 students, full of students from China. Disaster it was. So I said, okay, maybe I shouldn't do teaching. Then I moved to going into accounting firms, and again, because of the strong employer relationship, the college head, I was given the opportunity to work in Ernst & Young. And that's where I began to know that though you wear suit and necktie to go to accounting firms, you actually work like a horse. You work all day long, sometimes doing photocopy, sometimes doing a lot of things which you wonder, why am I here in this world? And you come back home at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, doing bank reconciliations, trying to balance the damn balance sheet, and you work hard. You know, so I worked towards that, came to Jakarta. It was very hard to get, very easy to get into Ernst & Young again. And when I got my minimum 3 years of experience to get into the ACCA membership, I said maybe I should go back to teaching. Yeah, so because I still believe that my calling is for the teaching. So I went into the teaching, and ever since I've been teaching accounting, and you wouldn't believe it that I wanted to start ACCA right then. When I wanted to come out of the accounting firm. I've been trying to do ACCA since long then, and it did not happen. I'm very grateful that it happens tonight, where Raffles Academy, through the mentorship of my bosses, my Mr. Geritan and Pak Husni and Pak Marihot, and my friends, the big size friends, Danny, they say accountants eventually grow big. Danny, Reza, he told me that he is the lion of ACCA, the lord of ACCA here, and of course Pak Mulyadi. So we make a good group together, and people are afraid. If you want to send somebody to collect debts, you can send us. Coming back to the serious part, if I may given some more time. I have a long list to people to thank, but before I share my vision, I would like to bring the limelight upon our founder, late Om William Surajaya. I'm very glad to be part of this organization. He's known as the founder of various corporations in Indonesia, including Astra International. He's also known in the corporate world to role model good corporate governance through accountability, transparency, and responsibility. He always believed that it is good to have a professional management in order to have a key business sustainability. Though it was a family business, but he always wanted to put professionals into the top people there. But today I want to share his heart to you, Om William Surajaya. That one sentence that always came from his mouth whenever he spoke about his vision. He always said this even at the last interview 1 year before he left us. He always said, "Saya mau jadi berkat untuk bangsa Indonesia." He always says, "I want to be a blessing to Indonesia." He continued to believe that through entrepreneurship and through professional education, he would like to create job opportunities. I personally believe that there are no better entrepreneurs than those who know how to interpret and how to analyze financial statements. On my immediate side, I have the role modeling from Pak Husni, a very good entrepreneur in Saratoga, but also an accountant. Accountants, I think, will form a very good base for learning how to actually grow the business side of things. So it is not always whenever you learn accounting, you grow into become an accountant. But hence came forth the vision of building and growing global professional entrepreneurs in Indonesia. And this is the vision and at the heart of Raffles Academy, where we want to grow not only entrepreneurs, but professional entrepreneurs who are qualified in analyzing financial statements. At this point, ACCA came to be a perfect strategic partner for Raffles Academy, being a global professional body for accountants and joining forces with Indonesian Institute of Accountants, IAI. We started the first batch of ACCA in July 2012. That was last year. We offered the full-fledged program where you do in year 1 the Certified Accounting Technician program, followed by the Advanced Diploma in Accounting and Business, and followed by the professional stage. I did tell the students that ACCA is the way to kill the pride of the smart students, because it really kills your pride. So whenever the students who thought they are really good, they really know what ACCA is all about, because I went through it. I'm glad that just, even though we had this difficult, they understood that ACCA, how it's difficult, I'm glad we had excellent students, people like Saliana Erawati, who's standing here. May I ask her to stand? She's always giving her best and always maintaining an average above 88, and there she's aiming to be one of the ACCA scholars. We also have Shira Zafania, who's always, if you will see the banners and pictures, she is willing to lend her face to be the student ambassador for ACCA. I also have some of the students from the last batch, though not everybody could make it here. We have Kevin, we also have Adrian. Can we have a round of applause for them? I'm also supported by a group of parents who see that there is potential in ACCA. I'm glad that before we started our bigger second batch of ACCA in this coming year, July 2018, we were initiated by Mr. Reza Ali, who always pushed me in various ways through his BlackBerry messages and through his regular calls at the oddest times to say, why don't you apply for the goal approval? I asked, isn't it too early? He said, no, you can do it. So, I tried. I thank my mentor, also a father figure, my CEO Gary Tan, who I learned the know-how of establishing strong course management, student support and education innovation structure. His famous line, he always repeats this again and again, he says, the learner or the child is at the heart of the matter. Can we have a round of applause for my mentor? I also thank Pamari Hot Sitorus, who's always ready to help us. In fact, he's the one who established the Raffles Academy within the Raffles International Group of Schools. Also an accountant. So don't we have successful accountants in this room? Don't we have successful accountants in this room? Can we have a round of applause for all the accountants here? Thank you to all the parents who are present today to take part in growing professional accounting education in Indonesia through ACCA. Last but not the least, I must thank my Home Minister, my beautiful wife, who's here with me today. She keeps me going and supports me all the way. And it looks to me the favor of God has been even more in my life since I married her 10 months ago. Don't you want to have a round of applause for her, for my wife? I leave you with this. If you love Indonesia, you will love ACCA, who coincidentally shares the red and white in its logo, Merah Putih. And I hope ACCA can be a blessing to Indonesia by growing professional human capital in Indonesia. Thank you. Congratulations to ACCA in Indonesia.